Hi Tera fans, this is Tera Solo Gamer. Today we're going to be talking about liberating your equipment and your style items, or your costumes, your clothing, or whatever you want to call them. I see the question once in a while in the global chat. It's not too much of a problem, but some people, especially if you're brand new to Tera or you've just never tried to liberate anything, they don't know how to do it. And sometimes there are certain little steps in there that could trip you up a little bit. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to liberate equipment or clothing. Now, you can buy a liberation scroll, which is exactly what you're going to need, through the trade broker.
Help you.
And we'll do a quick look. And as I've said in other videos, you can do a partial word search. Just be careful, because sometimes if you do a partial word search, you will end up with a whole bunch of words that happen to include that combination of letters that you're not looking for. So then you might just need to expand the word a little bit more when you search. You can see right now the style item liberation scrolls, which are for your clothing or your style items. Cheapest one right now is 75,000. The regular liberation scroll, cheapest one is 280,000. And the regular liberation scroll is for your equipment or your weapon. The regular liberation scrolls normally cost more than the style item liberation scrolls, because a lot more people are trying to liberate their equipment and sell it. And especially right now, we just finished with a Stormcry gear enchanting event where you get double the chance to enchant your Stormcry gear. So a lot of people out there are trying to liberate that Stormcry equipment and weapons so that they can sell it for a profit, because they made a whole bunch of them right now. You'll notice on the style item liberation scroll, it specifically tells you, warning, only liberate style items. You have to use this scroll if you're trying to liberate a piece of clothing, a style item, a costume, whatever you want to call it. It will not work on a weapon or on a piece of equipment. That's one place where some people go wrong. They'll buy the wrong kind of scroll. And down on the liberation scroll, that's all it says is liberation scroll. That's the one that you need for your weapon or for your gear. It will not work on clothing items or style items or costumes or whatever you want to call them. And it gives you the warning right there. Style equipment cannot be liberated. So that scroll is for your weapon or your equipment. It just says liberation scroll. Style item liberation scroll is only for clothing items, not for weapons or equipment. That is where a lot of people get tripped up. Now that's through the trade broker. It's also available through the Tera store. That's where most people get them. It is under consumables. Consumables, first one I see there is the style item liberation scroll. Again, if you're trying to liberate a piece of clothing or costume or style item, this is the one you want to use. If you're trying to liberate your weapon or your piece of equipment, do not buy this one. You will waste your money. It will not work. Okay, and you can see the description and everything there. Now I'm going to keep scrolling down, and now I see one that actually just says Liberation Scroll. That's the one for your weapon or your equipment. We'll go in there, and again, this one will not work on clothing items. If you want a clothing item, you've got to use the Style Item Liberation Scroll. Two different things. They will not work with each other. And if you used to play, you quit playing, you may remember these liberation scrolls for your equipment and stuff. The clothing one is actually kind of new. It hasn't been around that long, but we do have it now. I've already bought a few of the regular liberation scrolls because I need them. And I'm going to buy one style item liberation scroll just for demonstration purposes. Payment in progress. Payment complete. And anytime you buy anything from the Tera store, you have to pick it up from the item claim section. Under Tera store, you see item claim, and you can see I have a little red dot with an N. That means I have something to pick up. Now, with the item claim section, I can actually buy it from the store with my brawler here. And then I could go to, say, my archer. If I haven't picked it up from here yet, my archer could actually go in and pick it up. It's sort of like a bank for items you bought from the Tera store that you have not yet picked up with that character. But I'm just using this character, so I'm going to go ahead and claim it. Done. Okay, now I'm going to go to my bank because I do need to. We recently had some events that had a whole bunch of drops for a whole bunch of costumes and things, and hopefully these things I'll be able to use. Handbok. I don't really care much about the handbok outfits. A lot of people like them. They're real popular. And of course they are real popular. That's a good reason to sell them through a trade broker or whatever. Now, of course, if I actually wanted to sell it in the trade broker, I would just put it in there as the box so that anyone could pick it up. But what I'm going to do is pop this open. And now I have a casual handbok outfit for a human female. Alright, now I've got that, and you can see in the description it says it binds on equip, and it can be liberated one time. Thank goodness, because I wanted something that could be liberated. A lot of these costumes, you know, they can't be liberated, especially if you got them from one of the events in the game, you know, special. And some of these I have bought from other players. It's already been liberated, and so I can't liberate it again. You'll notice it says can be liberated one time. I think every piece of equipment and weapon and clothing that you get that can be liberated, I'm pretty sure it says it can be liberated one time. I don't think any of them can be liberated more than once. So what will happen once I liberate this thing, it will never again be able to be liberated. So I either need to give it away or sell it or do whatever without putting it on again. Because if I put it back on again and then it's soulbound again, I will never again be able to get rid of it. I'll just be able to destroy it or whatever, you know, especially since it says no sale value. I can't even sell it to an NPC merchant or whatever. All right, so now we have the casual handbok human female. And over, I got to remember where these things are. No. There we go. Okay, I have 7 regular liberation scrolls. These are for weapons or equipment. And then I have 1 style item liberation scroll, which is for the piece of clothing. Now, one thing to remember is you'll see your liberation scroll in the menu. It's under the beaker thing. I'm going to click the A button. Nothing happens. I'm going to hit the Y button from my menu. My only option is destroy it. I don't want to destroy it. I paid too much money for it. Always remember the liberation scroll has no idea what piece of clothing or equipment you're dealing with, so you will never actually use the liberation scroll itself. You won't go to the liberation scroll to do it. You'll have to go to the item you're actually trying to liberate. So don't waste your time pulling up the scroll, because that's not going to help you. Now, we have the casual handbok outfit. I'm going to hit my menu. My only option right now is to destroy it. I can't do anything else with it. Why? Because I have not yet worn it. It's not yet soulbound to me. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on, which is going to bind it. Now you see it says soulbound to Angelic Brawler, and now it says cannot trade. And it can be liberated one time. Alright, so I can't trade it, meaning I can't give it away, I can't sell it. And you got this during an event, and you're like, woohoo, I look so pretty, whatever. And then a few weeks you're wearing it, and then you're like, oh my god, this outfit is so last month. I just got this new cute little outfit from this new event. I can't be seen wearing this. So now you want to get rid of it. So that's why you have the liberation scroll. Alright, so right now, well, actually, let me put it on again first. I'm hitting my Y button for the menu, but there is no menu option. The only option I have is to unequip it, so I'm going to take it off. Now I have a menu option. Now I have equipment liberation. So remember, you cannot be wearing it and liberate it. You have to take it off first. Okay, so I think that's where some people trip it up too. They're wearing it and they're like, well, where's my menu? I can't do anything now. You got to unequip it. Can't wear it and liberate it. Because if it allowed you to wear it and liberate it at the same time, what would happen is it would liberate it, but because you're wearing it, it would immediately soulbind it again, and now that would make no sense. That would be a huge exercise in futility. So the game was at least smart enough to be sure, okay, you can't be wearing it when you liberate it, because that's just going to bind it again. So now I'm going to, one more time. It's soulbound to me right now, and it cannot be traded. Now I have the option I have the option of equipment liberation because I have a style item liberation scroll. Again, a style item liberation scroll is used for clothing, style items, costumes, whatever you want to call it. And now down at the bottom it says to confirm it. And you can only liberate that outfit one time. Again, once you've liberated one piece of equipment, you won't liberate it again. If you're buying something through the trade broker, look at those descriptions if you think you may want to get rid of something later, because the vast majority of the time, if it's already a costume that has been, established for, say, a human female in this case, that means someone's already taken it out of the box, like you watched me take it out of the box. When it's originally in the box and you open the box, it's going to generate the costume appropriate to your gender and your race. Like had my Elon Ninja opened up that same box, it would have generated an Elon costume instead of a human costume. All right, now I'm going to tell it, go ahead and liberate it. Yes, please. You can see in the background, soulbound to me, can't trade it. All right, we have liberated it. And now you look at the description and you can see it says bind on equip. But it no longer says it's soulbound to me, and it no longer says that I cannot trade it. So now I can actually go to the trade broker and sell it. Or I may have even decided, I got this cute little outfit from this new event, and I think this is better for this character. But you may have another character on your gamer tag who you think, okay, I think I'll want to give it to that character. Now, while it was soulbound to me, I can't give it to another character. They can't wear it, even if it is in my same gamer tag. So that is one of the other reasons you may want to liberate something. But bear in mind, in this case, because I already generated a human female outfit, I could drop it in the bank, and my human female sorceress could pull it out and wear it. And it would be soulbound to her as soon as she equips it. But my Elon Reaper could not pull it out and wear it because it's a human outfit, and she's an Elon. My High Elf Gunner could not pull it out and wear it. So bear in mind, if you're thinking about liberating a costume or a piece of equipment or a weapon to give to another character on your gamer tag, or even in my case, I have multiple gamer tags, I may even want to liberate something so that I can send it through parcel post to one of my other gamer tags and let them do it. Bear in mind that if the item is specific to a race or specific to a class or specific to a gender or specific to all of that, then the other character you are trying to give it to must meet those same specifications. So in this case, it says human female. I can drop it in my bank, and any other human female character I have can pull it out and wear it. If you're a human female and you have a human female costume just like that, you only have two characters on your gamer tag, and the other happens to be Elon, don't waste your money getting a liberation scroll, because the Elon is not going to be able to wear it. So bear that in mind. Some people get confused. They think once they liberate something, because I have seen this from several players in the past, they think once it's liberated, they can give it to any other character that they have. No, they still have to meet the same specifications as what it states on the costume, and once we get to weapons and stuff, we'll see that as well. So in this case, human female for this casual handbook outfit, it has to be another human female character who can put it on. But now it is liberated. I can actually put it in the trade broker if I want. I can drop it in the bank, and I can have another human female wear it. Whatever. So that is the style item liberation scroll. Now, and you saw the things I went through where I couldn't use the scroll because it wasn't yet soulbound to me and all that sort of thing. So if you start getting tripped up and you're like, wait, why isn't this scroll working? Check for those kind of things. Be sure you've actually got everything set up the way I've shown you. Now, we just finished with the Stormcry Enchanting event. My 3 other gamer tags, I had multiple characters, including brawlers and Valkyries and the ninjas and whatever, because I love doing the leveling events when we have them. And back when they were first introducing Valkyries and ninjas and everything else, I ended up making a whole bunch of all of them. But then they also had a tank event. And now My main on this gamer tag is my brawler here. And on this gamer tag, I have one of each class as my first 13 characters. My other 3 gamer tags, all of them, the main is also brawler. But because I don't really play them that much, they're mainly there for support, for like if I need to do a bunch of gathering, but I don't want to waste the production points on this gamer tag, I can actually just go to one of my other gamer tags, have them gather up as much stuff for 4,000 production points worth, and partial post it to this one. Now this one still has their 4,000 points available to craft whatever it is they want to craft. You know, a lot of reasons where if you have another gamer tag, it helps to support the main one. But because I don't play them that much, they don't do a lot of fighting. Right now, each of my brawlers has +9 cross metal. So I decided, well, I'm enchanting all these storm cries anyway. I'll go ahead and make heroic oath stuff for all my alternate gamer tag mains, which are all brawlers. And in that case, I just posted a video yesterday for how to get to level 60 life level to get the shiny gold loose cannon title. And I actually showed how I took 3 different characters all at the same time, and in 5 days during a Stormcry enchanting event, got them all to level 60 so they could get their shiny gold titles. I already had 3, so now 6 of my characters have shiny gold titles for life level 60, and 5 of my characters have shiny gold titles for hunting level 60 or alpha go. So I still got 2 more characters that I want to get shiny gold titles for, because I want all 13 of mine to basically kind of match. Now, on the weapon here, you can see, again, it's soul-bound to Angelic Brawler, because I was actually, which one was it? The Mystic, I think, no. Anyway, one of those 3 characters who in 5 days I got to level 60, they were pumping out a bunch of enchanting of equipment and weapons, and when it comes to enchanting, you can enchant a piece of equipment, whether it's soul-bound to you or not. But when it comes to upgrade, you can only do an upgrade when it's soul-bound. So in that case, I was like, the one character would, you know, enchant all the way up through Frost Metal +9, drop it off with my brawler here. She would actually do the upgrade to Stormcry. Then she would give it back to the other character. That other character was able to enchant it all the way to +9, and then give it back to my brawler here, who was able to upgrade each of them to Heroic Oath. So if you have more than one character, you even just got 2, and you're doing something like that where you're enchanting things up, but then you realize that once you get to +9, you can't do the upgrade because it's not soul-bound to you, then that's one way of taking care of that issue. Alright, and again, soul-bound to Angelic Brawler can be liberated one time, cannot trade. So I'm going to, and I already showed you where they were under the beaker, and equipment remove, equipment liberation down here. And again, it's very simple. Click it. It gives you this option to confirm it. And I'll liberate Heroic Oath Power Fist one time. Again, pretty much anything you liberate, you're going to liberate it one time and done. After that, it will never be liberated again. That character is either going to be stuck with it forever, or they're going to end up destroying it if they want to get rid of it. Alright, it has been liberated. And let's see if this is the right one. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Now you see the description says bind on equip. And it no longer has that message that it can be liberated, because it can never be liberated again. And now it is ready for me to, in this case, I'm going to be sending it over to my alternate gamer tags once I get everything liberated, because I have gotten them that, plus the... plus halberds, and then I have the greaves and the gauntlets sitting in the bank waiting to go because they're already liberated. So, if you've ever had any issues with liberating equipment or liberating weapons or liberating style items, now you know exactly how the process works, where to get the liberation scrolls, because you have to have a liberation scroll to be able to liberate them. And if you've never done it before, at least now when you do get ready to liberate something, you're ready to go. So until next time, please enjoy playing Tera.